We've just arrived at another castle called the Coburg Castle, and we're going to begin our tour here in just a matter of moments. This one looks absolutely massive from the outside, like the size of the Mega Mall. It's huge, so we'll have to check it out. So check this out, it's a pretty spectacular view back behind me. This is actually the castle where Martin Luther spent 6 months hanging out, and yeah, check out the view.
We're stopping for a potty break on our way to Frankfurt because we don't get supper till late tonight, and we have to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning to leave for Tel Aviv.
Good morning, it's 4 a.m. and we're on our way to the Holy Land. We're so excited. We slept about 3 hours and we just can't wait to get to Jesus' place of birth.
Good morning, I'm even awake. It's 4 o'clock and we are leaving Germany, which has been wonderful to walk in Luther's footsteps for 5 days.
Well, we just climbed on the bus that we're going to be on for the next week, and we're going to go ahead and take a look out the window.
This is Tuesday, November 9th, and we are by the Mediterranean Sea. Today we're going to be going on, we'll be finding where we visit Joppa on the sea.
You can't cheat! Grandma's just reading it off the sheet. This is supposed to be an update, and Grandma's sitting here reading it off the sheet. I don't think so!
Here we are at the Mediterranean Sea, and we're actually standing in the palace of Herod the Great, which was here at that time.
And if you look right back there, you can actually see where his pool was, and you can see that the ocean would come in from one side and then be able to leave from the other side, and then around it was all of the pillars. So this is where they would race the chariots. I'm standing here at one of the aqueducts. This aqueduct was actually piped in from about 8 miles away, and this was the aqueduct that allowed Caesarea to be able to function. So check it out. I'm standing here in front of King Solomon's stable, where he actually kept over 500 of his own horses, right down below me. So Jesus and the city of Nazareth, get this, right over my shoulder. That's the actual city of Nazareth. We're gonna have to check it out. So when they talk about the land of milk and honey, what I just found out is this is actually that place. They talk about the land of milk and honey, and that all happens in this area, and it is hot out here right now. So a little different than what I consider the land of milk and honey, but whatever. So water's always a huge thing in these cities, this city, they decided to get smart and they dig a well that I guess is just incredibly deep. That's actually within the city, and I actually remember learning about this from grade school. So right now we're about to go down into that well. So to get down to where the actual well was, it's a little under 200 steps to get down here. And that's the reason why the entire city belongs in this location, is all due to water, just like every other city.
We're at the Church of St. Mary, and this is the place where, if you remember, Elijah and the prophets of Baal were praying to their God, and God sent out lightning and consumed all the sacrifices, and the god of Baal could do nothing. And so Jezebel threatened Elijah with his life, just as the prophets had been killed. And so he ran for his life, and it was here at this point in Haifa that he hid in a cave on his way to Beersheba. And here we are in Nazareth at the St. Gabriel Hotel. We'll explain that to you someday, where that got its name. And this is our first site. We'll be looking forward to spending a whole day walking here. We're here at the Mount of Beatitudes, ready for our service today where Jesus walked.
One of the craziest things about being in Israel is the fact that you can see that I'm wearing like a sweatshirt right now, and it's probably 80 or 90 degrees out here, but when you're in the shade, because the air is like really dry, it's like this perfect humidity, I can be comfortable wearing a sweatshirt at 80 or 90 degrees. Standing here at the edge of the Sea of Galilee. This is where Jesus actually went out and walked on the water. Kind of a big deal, just because it's really truly beautiful place. And the water is just about crystal clear, down to about maybe 10 or 15 feet. So.
We're here where the feeding of the 5,000 took place according to tradition.
Lauren or Mia, we're just walking up, hanging out, doing life, being friends.
Okay.
When Jesus was in his adult ministry, and it talks about him going to the synagogue, this is the place, this is the synagogue that he would come and he did the preaching. This is also where the Pharisees would come and listen, and then they started to have their objections to what Jesus was saying. That happened right here at the ruins that are directly behind me. Standing here at the edge of the Jordan River, actually witnessing something that I've never quite seen before done like this. There's a massive amount of people waiting all to go into the water and basically get baptized over my shoulder here. And yeah, I don't know, it's kind of a hoopla. It's kind of crazy. Now that I've watched about 100 people here get baptized, I think the three things that were really crazy, one of them is one lady came out of the water and she just screamed at the top of her lungs. That was pretty crazy. And then another lady came out, she got like 2 steps away and she looked at somebody next to her and she goes, "What t-shirt contest?" And the one I just heard a second ago is somebody walked out after just getting baptized and looks at his buddy and goes, "Hey, do you need a Q-tip?" So these people are doing it like it's a regular washing. So this is the place where Jesus actually performed the wedding of Cana miracle, where he turned the water into wine, and we're about ready to go into the church. Right here, right behind me. And now they actually have put a church here. It's no longer a wedding reception location. So I'm standing right across the street from the location where the wedding of Cana happened. And they have a little gift shop over here, one of 8 zillion gift shops that's in this town. And what they have that's a little different is wine from the wedding of Cana. The same way that they would make it back then, they can make it now, and they have free samples, so we're about ready to taste it. It's actually really sweet, and it's not bubbly at all. It just tastes like, actually tastes really good.